So good morning. Hopefully everybody is doing wonderfully. Again, thanks to all of those that have given their life for this great nation, for our freedom, for our choice of the United States, and for those out of the United States, hello, hello as well. And in honor of all those that gave their lives for your freedom as well, and your nations, and for our allied nations. So couldn't be more grateful. It has been an extraordinary 2 days at Tony Robbins' house, where we've had and let me ground in it. Like, everybody's a human being. Tony's a human being, right? You're a human being. Oprah's a human being, right? Everybody's a human being. So being here now and having done this, being a class for 5 years, my 4th year Alliance, there's a beautiful grounding in all of it, that it isn't like, oh my God, this is Tony Robbins. Like, oh my God, I'm in Tony Robbins' house. Like, that was certainly year one. But that has left, and it's even better because it's left, so it's interesting to be here with people for the first time, being here now, it's just doing the work. And quite frankly, also for me, I'd say second biggest takeaway besides doing the work is every time I see Tony, I think of every sacrifice that man has made for his mission of impacting human lives in the world. And it is mind numbing. So the benefit of being present to those sacrifices as, we go through those sacrifices, I can't think of anybody else to model, to be close to think about and learn from, that has seen it all in 40 years at that level. So, and I bring that energy and presence back here. We heard from unbelievable people last night. My God, we heard from a woman who lived in Rwanda when genocide occurred, and her entire family was murdered. She lived in a 3.5 by 4 foot bathroom in a neighbor's house with 8 other women for 3 months. And just the reality of that is beyond anything I could ever possibly even conceive of. And her level of faith and grounding and appreciation and the forgiveness she had for the people that murdered her family. It was a conversation about unity. That this woman could forgive the people that murdered her mother, murdered her father, murdered her brothers, murdered her cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents. Can we really not get over ourselves about if we think, how to label a bathroom is a higher priority than the economy, or vice versa, or if we should be vaccinated or not? I mean, are we kidding? And how much can we possibly allow the engines of division, which make money from it, whether it be Fox News or CNN, whether it be the social media platforms that are going to keep feeding us in our feeds those things that they know we want to hear and see to reinforce our certainty and our significance to be right. And I love everyone. I'm just grounding in reality, truth. And if there's an absence of truth in what I'm saying, then tell me what it is, because we are told what is important by other people. I'm telling you what's important. And I'm telling you what's important is your money, your time, and your magic. I'm telling you what's important is to have a hierarchy of needs of growth first, connection, love second, contribution third, variety fourth, certainty fifth, and significance sixth. And the need to make other people wrong, not to cause growth, not to cause connection, love, but to make others wrong. That's an issue of significance. It's an issue rooted, connected deeply to significance, and let's explore where that is. And it doesn't mean that we don't want to cause beautiful things. It doesn't mean we don't cause love, inclusion, but even what those things mean, is a little bit different for each of us. And, our definition of inclusion might be a little different than somebody else's definition of inclusion. And it's okay to have reasonable disagreements and perspectives. So that's where we start this beautiful Trajectory Tuesday. And we're not looking to make anybody wrong. Just looking to say, hey, let's find what's right about other people. Let's seek first to understand and then to be understood. But before we even do that, let's make sure I had a conversation with Praveen. Praveen is the person who is the founder of the Alliance. John Majerison and Miguel as well, but Praveen really OG or number one. And he is a happy, successful, empowered citizen of the world. He's not from the U.S. Originally, doesn't even live in the U.S., travels the entire world, spends time in the U.S. And the number one thing that brother, we got together the other night and we're talking for a few minutes, he's like, listen, he goes, the thing I tell people is be the general manager of your own life first. Just be the general manager of your life. What are you doing? Where are you in your life, your mission, your purpose? And then let's worry about telling everybody else what to do. And it was just such a beautiful, simple grounding. And this dude is financially massively abundant, has absolute financial freedom, absolute time freedom, absolute freedom of choice to do things. And as we ground in these things, let's first lead by what we do, what we create for our life, before we're mad and angry at everyone else and everything else, or even telling everybody else what to do. Are we doing our process mastery? Are we in our stuff? Let's ground in that. Let's support each other in that. Let's love each other in that. Right? And then we can solve the big problems. But we got to put our oxygen mask on first. If we have no air, no oxygen, how are we going to solve the big problems if we don't have the resources financially, the resources in time? It doesn't mean we don't think about them, but make very intentional decisions about how much you're going to contribute, right, to whatever charity you want to, including a charity called Make the World a Greater Place. That's a charity. The charity of, solving blindness, solving unemployment for the blind, the charity of stopping sex slavery. These are all beautiful causes. Make a decision how much time you're going to spend on solving those. And even, dare I say, in absolute love and respect, how much of those things are escapes to avoid confronting yourself.